Alright, part 2, G36 Tommy built. Welcome back to the Mike Papakilo Rumble / Odysee channel. Last video we swapped the extractor springs because this thing was weak as hell. Kind of works in this gun, we'll see. Got a target 25 yards, and we're going to run some of this Horny Frontier to start out with because it's about as hot as 5.56 goes, that I have anyway. And then I've got some loose Arms Core 223 that will run through the Tommy built. Buddy who I'm fixing this gun for said, Tommy built specifically says don't run 223 through it because it's not hot enough. I don't know if that's for all of their guns. This is a 12-inch. Obviously it's not going to have the same velocity or cheech that a 16-inch barrel would have, but we'll see. Like I said, hopefully this stuff's hot enough. And then if we do get to the part where this thing runs, I've got some old school HPR that I used to buy in Illinois. I don't think they're a company anymore, but that stuff is actually pretty accurate out of my Howa and all of my AR-15. So that's the ammo, and then he's got some Arms Core. I don't know if it's 62 or 55 grain stuff, but I would exclusively run 55 through this just because the extra velocity and powder. You need more powder for a lighter projectile. So we'll see if that extractor spring switch fixed it, and if it did, we'll see if my gun runs with the crappy one, just to cover all of our bases. So I can say with the utmost confidence that HK does not know how to make a good trigger. The only good trigger I've tried is the single action on the Mark 23. Oh my gosh, this is a chin weld for an optic. Holy balls. This trigger is terrible. And so is this optic. I hate holographic sights. Like a 6-pound, really heavy mil-spec trigger. So we'll see how I can do with this. 480 Frontier ammo here at 25 yards. If I can group it under an inch at 25, it's a decent gun. Without any magnification, it's hard to keep a consistent point of aim. I usually don't do better than half an inch, just because of the nature of the beast. So we'll do 3 rounds of this stuff. See if the gun even wants to run, much less shoot well. There's a goofy ass rickety-rockety magazine here. Alright. Goofy chin weld, here we go. Second group, I'm going to load this thing all the way up, see if the mag pressure is what's causing it. Got 31 rounds in this P mag, and the first group is printing very, very high and a little bit right, but it's his gun, not mine, so not gonna worry about it. Not a very good group by any means. So we're going to see if we can't use the bolt release. Holy crap. Oh, weird. XX mag pressure. So that might be a problem. Aim at the lower left-hand target now. Just see if we can continue to group this turd. Yeah, this whole magazine bullshit. I'm gonna pull this to the back and shoot a group, and then we'll shoot another group above it and push it to the front, see if that's causing a malfunction. I really hate this optic. Can't see nothing. And I'll just let it lay still and shoot the top left. This one's running just fine. I'll try a different magazine next and different ammo. All right, I'm pulling out the a Gila 223, which is not much slower than 5.56 ammo. The other magazine that he's got has got a bunch of Arms Core 5.56 in it, and we'll shoot that last. Load this G36 style magazine all the way up with this Aguila ammo. Let's see how it does. Oh, this thing sucks to load. I imagine this might be the problem right here. What the hell? It's not staggering at all. What the what? Yeah, I'd say this magazine's junk. Feed lips are bulging out of something fierce, which is why I don't use polymer mags. Feed lips are garbage. Nothing compares to a steel or aluminum mag when it comes to feed lips. These polymer mags swell and split, and they're just junk. You can see this round's trying to sneak out. It needs to sit further in, but it's trying to sneak out. Yeah, polymer mags are garbage. I am a king boomer when it comes to my magazines. Yeah, it doesn't even seat right. This thing is junk. Alright. Do the right 3 targets, then we'll bring it in and see how bad this thing groups, because the first group was not very promising. I really don't like this chin weld either. Do 5-shot groups on the side so we can make it halfway through a magazine. The gun does not recoil nice at all. Do one more round on top of each one. I think we've solved the extraction issue. The accuracy issue is a whole nother problem. Yeah, I think groups like hell. It looks like it does like the 5.56 ammo fairly well, but when I'm not taking my time, it still groups okay. We've got some flyers, a lot of flyers for the 223, but for the most part, I mean, that Frontier ammo is grouping within an inch at 25 with the red dot's not bad. That's not a bad group from the 223. There's something going on here. I don't know what happened there. 2 of them dropped low, so we'll send out to 100 yards and probably have to aim at one of the bottom targets. Who knows? But we'll shoot a group of that HPR, see if it wants to cycle that stuff. There's our wee little target at 100 yards. Let's see if we can hit it with this red pointy bullet HPR ammo. If we can get 3 inches out of this gun, I'll be all right. And I think the only magazine we haven't used is the black one. Almost at full capacity. Let's throw some more of this Arms Core ammo in it. Okay, it's already full. Cool. I think they use Lake City brass for this stuff. Yep. So you got Lake City brass and some 55 grain ballistic tip on this ammo. Alright, aim at the dead center of this thing, see if we can get any hits. Childlike length of pull on this thing. course, I can't see those teeny tiny 223 holes. So I'm at the bottom. Get a 3-shot with PMC X-Tac. That's a PSD 5.56 head stamp. I'll aim between the bottom 2 holes in the center with my target in. See how those 2 groups look. There we go. Must be that PMC X-Tac stuff. It just doesn't like it. I don't know if it was a short stroke or what. Yeah, it looks like the extractor claw didn't have a hold of it at all. So I may have found the issue here. It might be this magazine. We'll have to relook at that at slow-mo. It might be this ammo. Yeah, I'd say it doesn't like the PMC X-Tac. It's short stroking. Push the bolt release up. This bolt release sucks. See, it's trying to push around in the chamber right now. So then you gotta like really strip it out, get it past the feed lips. Well, now we're in the arms core 5.56. The first 2 rounds I saw were a PSD with the arms core. This arms core stuff has never been good ammo, but it's run in AR-15s. Might just be very light loaded. I didn't bring the chronograph, I completely forgot. But I'm gonna load this back up with more arms core and just keep shooting and see how many failure modes we can get. But this is AP21 5.56. And I'll save half a mag to shoot through my AR. Oh, it's got a round stuck in the chamber. Oh, that's fun. So the extractor probably is FUPAR. Can't extract rounds reliably. It's got a chunk taken out of it from the extractor. So it's an extraction issue. It might have a gummy chamber. I doubt it. The brass doesn't look bad. You can see that little notch there. I would just stop shooting this arms core and see if he's got issues with Hornady, because the Hornady ran 100%. As soon as we got to this ammo, it was having troubles. I don't know if it's short stroking or if it's getting stuck in the chamber or what. But we'll just shoot a bunch of this stuff. See how many failure modes we can get. I'd say this is ammo. It's not even feeding. Yep, it's getting stuck in the chamber. And you can see there's really there's a bit of a groove there. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. Yeah, you can see it. There's a groove from here to here. There's like 3 or 4 of them. I guess I didn't notice that on the other brass. I only shot this gun so far. Because once this gun warms up, that's only going to get worse. It's not as bad on the other brass though. You can definitely see it, but it's not as pronounced as it is on that arms core. There we go. Yep, I've got one on. This is one of the HPR cases on the bottom especially. You can see right below the annealing mark, right below that blue, you can see a big old groove. So I would say this chamber is not the cleanest, but I'll put 3 more rounds of HPR, aim at the middle. We'll see how the group ended up with 6 rounds in the middle. Because if it goes from just not running and it'll run these 3 rounds flawlessly, I would just say stop using arms core crap, because I have heard of people having problems with arms core. Mainly failures to fire, not feeding issues, but I'll aim in the middle and send 3 more rounds. This brass is going completely horizontal of the gun too, so. Yep, this gun's crap. That's basically the extraction issue he was having. As soon as this gun got any heat in it, it's just not running anymore. Extractor loses control of the brass. So, my extractor spring replacement didn't do diddly. But yeah, you can see this one just fired, it's still warm. You see you have lots of grooves in that brass. See if we can get some light. There we go. 3 or 4 grooves in that brass. So this chamber might be causing this to extract very poorly, because the one thing that I noticed, it did not fix it. So definitely needed it though. It was a very weak extractor spring. All right, last round here. And maybe now he has ammunition, he can send it back to Tommy Built with video like, hey guys, your stuff sucks. And then I'll just kind of shoot the rest of this, see how many failure modes we get. Oh, look at that, fail. Failure to feed, because probably there's a piece of brass stuck in the chamber. Yeah. Here's that piece of brass. Big old grooves in it. Starting right below where annealing would end. Like 3 big old grooves. Yeah. Pretty evident even on the camera. So, yeah, this gun's junk. Yeah, I'd say we've proven our point. There's definitely a chambering issue here. I'd say their chamber reamer was about as sharp as Nancy Pelosi. So there you go, Tommy Built. Junk. It is no wonder he couldn't hit anything at my 3-gun match, or 2-gun match, because he has a 0 of about, 400 meters, and it's still hitting high and right. And I was aimed there and there. So I'm gonna bring that down and left for you, buddy. Jeebus.